Yeah, to carry onwards, so to carry on with what I was saying is that the previous video, just a little bit recapture of where and how all this started. It was early 2013, 2014. As police started to stereotype and harass me and started following and basically alarming me wherever I may be, from work, from wherever. They just started that. My property, they used to sleep outside my property and things like that. So this has got to the point of concern for me, my well-being and my family. Up to the point I started taking note of the vehicle that were in synchronizing of the tormenting harassment and all that. Up to 2014, I took the number plate. I took it to the Citizen Advice Bureau, told them this car has been parked in front of my house. When I come close to it, it drove off. And wherever I am, the same car follow me everywhere, all over Stoke-on-Trent. Even if I'm going to a job or wherever, the same vehicle is there. So they went, Citizen Advice Bureau went to check the number plate. This was 2014. They came back to me, and I quote, they said, police have cocked up. I said, what do you mean police have cocked up? That was a plain police vehicle, and they have cocked up. It was a black Vauxhall, which belonged to Longton Police Station. Vauxhall Astra, it was. So, and then they say, you can go to the police station in Hanley in front of the court and talk to them and see what they say. Maybe there might have been a misidentity or misinformation or whatever. So I went to the police station without telling them that I've been to the Citizen Advice Bureau and I have this information. I said to them, can you check this number plate for me? I gave them the number plate. They went there for 15 minutes. They came back and they said it was just a vehicle, a local vehicle. And I was like, what do you mean it's a local vehicle? No, it's just a local vehicle. That's all information we can give you. Then I turned around and said, so why would Citizen Advice Bureau say the police have cocked up and this vehicle belongs to you? Oh, is that the case? Go and complain. And I specifically said, go back to where you get the information, that the vehicle is just a plain local vehicle. It does not belong to the police. And tell them that Citizen Advice Bureau have said this, and this vehicle belonged to you. And what was the reason of the vehicle doing so, which has been alarming me or alerting me and alarming me to be of concern to this point. Well, the guy went back. 5 minutes, he came back. Well, nothing you can do. That's not our vehicle. If you want, you can go and complain. So I started the complaint process up to 2018 within IPCC complaint process. And when it changed to IOPC in 2018, whether it was Brexit or whatever, I don't know. But that's when it changed. So ever since, I've been complaining it through IOPC. I've given them all the information. To the point IPCC find that there has been a misconduct and gross negligence by the police and harassment. So I continue with IOPC, but they have not been in compliance. They did not really fully want to engage. And they say you have to go through the police process, local resolution, appeal, review, and then refer the case to us, and then we'll investigate. But after local resolution and appeal, if you're not happy, you have to ask the police to refer the case to them. And the police, by law, if they cannot properly investigate the case, then after local resolution, without stating each and every details of an evidence that you have provided to them, you are within the law to ask the police to refer this, and the police themselves have to refer the case to IOPC. But before that, the SI, they should have been involved in this investigation, which I doubt. They have never been involved at all. So that was one of the dishonesty of police investigation into that matter. And after they failed to do so, I went back to local to IOPC. I told them the police have done this, but yet they are not incorporating. They don't want to refer the case to IOPC for whatever the reason. And the guy said, the lady actually, she said to me, it is within your right, if these are not being properly investigated, to ask the police to refer the case after local resolution and appeal to IOPC. And I said, I have already gone through that process. I've asked the police to do so. They have refused to do so. So I don't know what else you want me to do. Well, we'll talk to the police, who remind them of our statutory guidance on police complaint. And we'll get back to you. But then ever since they started being iffy, up to the point of 2019, when I complained against Matthew Alice of Staffordshire, 2018 or 2019, I cannot sure, but between those 2 years, 2019 or 2020 of last year, at the beginning or late 2019, where once you have complained against a commissioner, they automatically get involved in the investigation. So it means now, since 2018, this IOPC have been involved to this day of this investigation, and every complaint that I have made to professional standard of police complaint unit, I forward this information to them. They have all this. And up to the point they have told me this year, a month ago, that they have referred the case to the Northwest Police Forces to investigate the matter, IOPC, which they are in the process of allocating a caseworker. To this day, no caseworker have been allocated into this complaint, which have led me to believe that there is a CAHOOT of operation by the police, by perverting course of justice, of not willingly to investigate the matter as it should be under their own regulation, rules and regulation of 2020 and the Home Office. But the problem, having said that, this case is not just any case, which I will explain to you in the statutory guidance of their police complaint. Now, the fact that there has been poisoning, asphyxiation, attempted murder on a daily basis, this is a serious case of police brutality, police revenge, police negligence, gross misconduct, breach of code of conduct under Police Reform Act, and so on and so on. They have not been properly under Schedule 3 of complaint process, recording all the complaints that I have made against all this policing. So that has been the involvement of IOPC in this matter. To this day, they are still involved, await to allocate. And imagine, remember, over 8 years. 8 years of this complaint process. IOPC have failed to take the reins of this complaint process, while my life has been in danger for over 8 years. Lost my family, my kids, my family have been threatened, my friends have been blackmailed, bribery, underhand activity, underhand conspiracy, conspired, you can mention, but they have not gotten involved into this matter. I'm not going to jump into conclusion here, but of the evidence and the dealing that I've had with them, where they should have been involved in this matter, has only led me to believe that they have done so by being in CAHOOT with policing. That's the conclusion of IOPC into this matter. Now, when the police have told me to go and start complaining, I started to complain in 2014. But they have told Merseyside Police